Welcome to Lifestyle Matters. I'm Marilyn Moore. We're with Kiki at Kiki's Quilt Shack, and this is the spot to make a beautiful gift, a quilt. And we're going through the process of creating a quilt, and it actually is pretty simple. Kiki, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you. It's so great to be here. I'm having the best time on this show. I love it. It's so much fun.
Me too. Now let's go through the process because I know it's actually a pretty simple process.
It is. It's very simple, and sometimes what happens is people think that it's scary to make a quilt or it's too much work. I'm not going to have enough time. You will have enough time. There was a time back in the day of our great-grandparents, grandparents, when what they had to do to make a quilt was they had to find whatever fabrics or whatever was left over and make something beautiful out of it. Now we have beautiful art pieces of fabric that make incredible quilts for. I mean, it's just so easy for us because we just have to put some strips together. You can take a beautiful fabric and actually just frame it, and it is a beautiful piece of artwork. And you can change that out anytime you want to change the look of your decor. So I encourage people to use fabric in many ways. If somebody wants to start to make a quilt and they don't want to do something really big, make some pillows. Do something fun. What we've been working on is Ruby's quilt, which is right over here. And Ruby is my little grand dog. I'm waiting for my kids to have a grandchild, and that's one of the things that I'm being patient about. So what we did is we decided to make a quilt for Ruby. So we've already gone through the process of picking out these fabrics. We have these 3 beautiful fabrics that we chose, and then we had to go in and look at them, touch them. Quilting is very tactile. We love to touch the fabrics. We pet the fabrics. We go through a whole process of picking the colors that make us feel good. Sometimes people say, it's really hard for me to figure out what color I want to use. Get an inspiration picture. Sometimes I will go on the internet and I will look at artwork, or I will see something that a fashion design. I will see a color in the flowers, and you take that, and then what happens is that's your inspiration piece, and you go and work out from there. Don't be afraid of color. Don't be afraid of making a decision, and come into Kiki's because we will help you. We will help you unblock your mind so that you can go crazy with it. That's one of the things that we love to do. We love being crazy with color. Color is what it's all about. And actually, sometimes, even though I do color, you can also do tone on tone. What I'd like to show you is, after we had done our 2-inch strips for the quilt, what we did is we sewed them together and ironed them, made them nice and flat. When you iron them so that it's not open, but it's closed. And the reason you do that is because when you do put your quilt together, it makes it stronger when you're sewing in the channels. So what we're going to do is cut 6.5-inch blocks. And it's a very simple process. You use your 6.5-inch ruler and you don't even have to worry about it. It's like, oh, look, this is 6.5 inches. If you look at this, you see that after I've sewn them, you have perfect 2-inch strips. So you just take your rotary cutter, which is a wonderful tool, and you open it up. Make sure you have a cutting mat. And these cutting mats are self-healing. So whatever you slice on it, you will not see it again. And you just hold it down. I like to put my pinky on the mat so that this doesn't rotate. We even have little grippers that you can hold on, that you can stick underneath. And we just go ahead and go down and slice. And you have cut your square, your 6.5-inch square. So what we'll end up doing is we will go and put all of our 6.5-inch squares together to make sure that we like our design, and then I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to sew that up so that you can finish up your quilt, and it's going to be beautiful.
Easy peasy. So come in, you pick out your fabric, you get your 2-inch strips, then you sew it together, then you get your 6.5 inch, and then you just put it together into a quilt, a beautiful quilt at that. And if you forget all of this, you have some easy instructions for everyone that comes in here. And I mean, I'm telling you, I thought this was going to be a lot of work, but this is not too much work at all. And it's a great gift. Holidays are coming up. It's the perfect time to come in here, make quilts for the entire family. You're watching Lifestyle Matters. I'm Marilyn Moore. We'll see you next time.